Where I came from, I thought that we were, and I still believe that at the bottom of my heart, a relational people.
We have the right to self-government, to self-determination of land. And the people that are here are going to go back and continue the struggle. This is not an end, it's only a beginning.
We could. The fact is that to think that there is a segment of our population, the youngest and the fastest growing, that is living a quality of life substantially less, receiving less funding for education, for healthcare, for welfare, that's just wrong. It's morally wrong. And it's
I mean, Metis, as far as I know my Metis family, we live off the land.
I would like to see in the Accord the two following principles. The principle that there must be recognition of a land base for the Aboriginal peoples.
And who believes that every person of Native ancestry, from whatever Indian stock and from whatever corner of this great country, has a special place in the Constitution in Section 35.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay. If you're like me, you're living in Alberta, you're probably waiting with bated breath for the election results. So I was just doing a little bit of redneck up in the north math of what happened last night with the Métis Nation of Alberta election, and just thought I'd roll some numbers by you so you could get a little bit of information if you're not familiar with what's going on, or if you were, about what exactly happened in the big election. So in Region 1, they had a mass turnout of 686 voters. Region 1 includes like Lac La Biche, Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan, Conklin area. So 686 voters turned out. Region 2, which is in Bonnyville, Cold Lake, and Vermilion, they had 374 voters turn out. In Red Deer, Calgary, Medicine Hat, and Rocky Mountain House, they had a whopping 791 voters turn out. You know, I think there's only, a few million people that live there, so we see 791 people turned out. Big voter turnout in the Capital Region in Edmonton, Hinton, Edson, Drayton Valley, Stony Plain, and Spruce Grove. All those areas combined, I'm sure. Again, you only got a little over a few, million or so people, and we had 1,213 voters turn out for that one. And then in the Slave Lake, High Prairie, Foster area, 236 voters turn out. And in the Grand Prairie, Peace River, Valley View Region 6 area, about 487 voters turned out for that one. So out of all of that, I think, give or take the unofficial results, about 3,700 and odd change voters turned out in the big election. Best coffee cup. So, not much changed at the big level in the voter turnout. We saw that Audrey's back in as the president for another 4 years. So again, pretty much 4 more years for the Métis Nation as is. So for us here at the Jig is Up and Keeping It Real channel, it'll be 4 more years where the show pretty much writes itself. If you were trying to see change for the status quo, good for you. You got out and voted and you changed. Voted for that change, win, lose, or draw. That's how the colonial political system works. So there you are. If you got out and voted, I guess you can't bitch and whine about it. That's the way it is. For the other, what was it? The voter turnout was about 0.1% of the proclaimed 30-some-odd thousand, 5 and change membership. So for those 0.1% of you who turned out to vote, I guess you exercised your right and have no right to bitch about the results. For the rest of you, we have no idea where you are or who you are or what happened to you. Hopefully you're okay and might make it into the next election in 4 years. So for those other people, I don't know what's going on. I guess we see really who the Métis Nation really represents. About, what was it, 3,700 people. Métis Nation represents 3,700 people. They speak for all Métis in Alberta. Represent about 3,700 people who bothered to turn out to vote, so about 0.1% of their actual membership. Other than that, we have no clue as to what their membership role really means, or citizenship in the Métis Nation really means, or any of that kind of jazz, because 0.1%. So if this is a government, and with working towards its own constitution for its own sovereign Métis people, by all colonial standards, by all rhetoric we hear when the colonial powers go to vote about abysmal voter turnout, low voter turnout. By Metis standards, I guess, they are rock stars. If you are a voting member of the Metis Nation and you had a 40% turnout, you'd probably, dance a jig. Considering right now we're rocking out about 0.1%. So there you have it. There's just a little short synopsis. If you need to see or calculate anything further, you can just go to the Metis Nation website. They have all the unofficial results posted there. Hopefully you get in. Go over there, check it out. You never know. Probably is a foreshadowing of things to come in every other province when they have elections. So, until next time, keep it real.